Research shows that students who do not have access to the internet or computers at home struggle academically. And officials agree addressing this digital divide is critical in keeping students engaged. Recently, council members heard how the county is doing closing the digital divide. Susan Kenedy has a story.
Montgomery County is fortunate that all of its schools are connected to the internet. However, once the bell rings and school is out, that connection doesn't follow all the students home.
We are, I think, engaged and facing a very significant challenge in terms of keeping up with factors that exacerbate this opportunity gap.
Comcast offers its Internet Essentials program to qualifying families for just $9.95 a month. However, there are only 48,000 subscribers to this service in the entire D.C. region. Craig Rice says those numbers speak to the need to look at the technology supply side of this issue.
The reality is, however, that as this program exists, the devices don't. We see a lot of folks who unfortunately come from schools where they have strong parental engagement and folks who have the ability to pay, and so therefore are buying additional Chromebooks to ensure that every single one of the students in each of these grade levels has Chromebooks. But the reality is that doesn't exist at all of our schools.
School officials say they are working to make it easier for those families to access the technology they need to receive a quality education, but council members are concerned there needs to be better coordination in order to achieve that goal.
This current school year, we worked with Comcast in a very explicit set of direct mailings to change our strategies around how can we better engage and advertise the program to our families. The enrollment's still not where we'd like for it to be. How do we better understand what those barriers are? And at the same time we're seeking to understand those barriers, what are the ways in which we can do more direct outreach efforts to engage those communities?
The strategy from the get-go, even if it's not going to be perfect, should be that this should be a parallel approach. That it's not just what's happening in the classroom trying to figure out, and then we'll figure out what's happening at home, that our strategy from the get-go, we should just declare, has to be on parallel tracks.
The school system continues to be resistant to set up a policy. And I think that anybody who lives here in Montgomery County, the majority of folks believe in paying their fair share. So I think that there are not a lot of parents out there who wouldn't say, give 50 cents of my dollar to help a kid who wouldn't have access to technology to be able to get that. And so that's really what this is about.
In Rockville, I'm Susan Kenedy for County Report This Week.